Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. Today's Wednesday. Thank you all for your prayers yesterday for our Alpha course. It's coming along swimmingly. We've got a dozen people who are diligently taking the course on this, our first go through for this term. And if you have not experienced the Alpha course yet, I hope that you will plan on joining us in January when we begin the next session. The lesson that I wanted to look at today is from St. Matthew's Gospel, the 20th chapter, the lesson begins at the 17th verse, but I want to start at verse 20. This is one of the lessons that's assigned for evening prayer. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? She saith unto him, Grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on thy left, in thy kingdom. But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They say unto him, We are able. And he saith unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. And when the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the two brethren. Jesus called them unto him and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. But it shall not be so among you. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. And whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. It goes on for a couple more verses after that, but I want to concentrate on that particular saying now. So here's, mom bringing a couple of her sons who are disciples, apostles of Jesus, and she's like, I want my sons to be number one and number two guy when you come into your kingdom. Mom's aspiration for their kids to excel. And of course, the boys are certainly not averse to this, obviously, by their conversation. But of course, Jesus says this is not what it's about. You're losing sight. We're not talking about pecking order. We're not talking about strength. We're not talking about authority. We're not talking about being in charge. We're talking about humble service, right? And Jesus even says, look, the Son of Man, right? Jesus came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, right? And to give his life for a ransom for many. What Jesus is bringing into effect in this new covenant is the life of service. What he's bringing in is the life of sacrifice, right? We've talked about what sacrificial love means. It means caring for others and doing what's best for others, even at our own expenses. Sacrificial love, sacrum facio, I make holy, right? That's where the Latin comes from. So here we have Jesus. He's saying, look, I'm here as a servant. I'm coming to serve. And I'm setting an example for you. You too must be servants. At the first parish I served at in suburban Philadelphia, on the Philadelphia Main Line, Church of the Good Shepherd in Rosemont, one of the signs we had a lovely Latin phrase on it. Non ministari, sed ministari. In other words, not to be ministered to, but to minister. Right? Good old Latin phrase for that. And it's important for us to remember this, that as members of the body of Christ, we're not called necessarily to be important, although we may have responsibilities and we may have importance thrust upon us. But when it comes to the spiritual life, this isn't about winning, right? This isn't about being number one. This is about being one who is in service to the living God and to others in his name. And that's very important for us to remember. Today's Wednesday. Which means we have 12:15 Holy Communion, and it's our healing Mass. If you have special healing intentions, please do come and join us for that. You can also watch online, but you're going to have to watch on our Facebook page because we're still sorting out our website since our webmaster, Chris Sayers, passed away. So our Facebook is St. John's Detroit, or our YouTube, which is youtube.com/St. John's Priest. And they'll be live streamed over there, or evening prayer at 5 o'clock. And I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. May God bless you.